Welcome to the Prince George's County Office of the Sheriff Behind the Badge podcast with Sheriff John D.B. Carr. I'm your co-host, Taylor Thomas, Public Information Officer for the Office of the Sheriff. And here with me each and every month, of course, is the Honorable Sheriff of Prince George's County, Sheriff John Carr. Good afternoon or morning, depending on what time people are watching.
Yes. Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. Listen, spring has sprung.
Yes.
Lots getting ready to go on. So, most of us, when we think about spring, we're thinking about getting a chance to go outside and have lunch, better weekend activities, family, friends. But you, as the head of the Prince George's County Office of the Sheriff, what's your thoughts as we get into these warmer months?
So warmer months means more activity.
Okay.
So this is our busy season, as we would say. You have our youth actually being on spring break. A lot of the colleges are on spring break right now. In our warmer months, you start to see change, especially when it comes to civil and landlord-tenant.
Okay.
Even when it comes to domestic violence, you start to see some of those calls. As people start to go out, start to, interact with each other, you then start to see, some different type of activities. A little bit different from the winter months. So this is our busy season. Stuff that, we really prepare for, as each year we know the ebbs and flows as far as depending on the month. And it depends on what we need to be focusing on, because we understand that there's going to be more of a demand. So in your warmer months, you'll have a whole lot of people that'll be out. You'll have a lot of interactions. You'll have some issues that may be involving dealing with family issues. You have your cookouts getting ready to come up in the summer months. As the kids are getting ready out for school, you start to have them more active. So we want to be more active in our youth engagement during that time frame. And then everybody's looking for summer jobs. So you always want to make sure that you're able to try to work with them and try to have programs for our youth and even our college students when they come back home.
Does that mean that you increase staffing, or your current staff works more hours?
So that's a very good question. I'm glad you asked that. So the county, we're in the process of coming up with our next fiscal year budget. Our budget is from July to June.
Okay.
So we're in the process of having a new budget starting July 1st. When we start to look at the staffing, because we're in the fourth quarter of our budget, we're actually looking to see exactly how we can, maximize, using the resources we have. But a lot of times, especially for the sheriff's office, our staff are working additional hours or overtime. And that's one thing, doing a staff study. With the county growing, the agency itself needs to grow, and we need to be able to make sure that we're able to provide those resources for our citizens. And that requires us, because of the volume coming from the courts and what happens, throughout the community, we want to make sure we're able to meet that need. So that's some of the asks as far as additional personnel as well.
And so are you hiring? That's the next question, right?
Yes, we are hiring, and I'm very excited to say that we're working something through with our OHRM department, county OHRM, in order to make sure that our announcements are posted timely and that we're able to get people in a timely fashion. That's been one thing that, or one concern, I think, from any agency, is wanting to be able to recruit and actually onboard somebody in a timely fashion, because this is a very competitive market. With Washington, D.C., federal government, your municipalities, your county governments, a lot of people are looking for jobs, and there are a lot of job openings in those areas. So it's very competitive. You have to look at salaries. You have to look at your positions, getting it out there so people know that you are hiring, and then making sure that you're able to bring those people on once they fill out the application.
So very, very important. Now, last month, you hosted, the Office of the Sheriff hosted the Police Chiefs Association. They do that monthly. Like, what's the purpose? That's a very interesting thing that you guys actually hosted last month.
Yes, it's about sharing information. We talk about trends. We also have a lot of vendors that actually come so we can stay up with the new toys and gadgets, I would say. So those are the biggest things that we utilize that time for. Being able to engage and talk about situations that happen within the county and what we should be looking for, whether it be something from legislation or either it's something that occurred here in the county and local legislation. We want to talk about those issues. We want to make sure that we're able to work together and not working in our silos.
So proactive. When I heard about it, I was just so intrigued. I don't know if a lot of residents know that takes place every single month, not just because something happened. It's because our law enforcement agencies are working together behind the scenes every day when people are not even looking or knowing.
We have to. I mean, our citizens are very transient. You have a lot of folks that, you hit 495, you can go anywhere in this DMV area, and you want to make sure that we actually speak and we talk to each other. So it doesn't make a difference if you're in Riverdale or Bowie or Capitol Heights. We all work hand in hand together. So that's one of the reasons why we bring everybody from the state police, sheriff's office, police departments, all our municipal government organizations, so that we can actually speak and make sure that we're meeting those needs for citizens.
And real quick, any big stat changes that we should know about? Any increases in DV or at the courthouse? Any numbers that you want to share?
So luckily for DV,
Yes.
we are staying, I'm going to say consistent, but that trend is starting to trend a little downward.
Okay.
And when I say a little downward, I still don't like where the numbers are. I believe we had 1,700 peace and protective orders last month. Still not very happy with that statistical information, but I am happy that we are starting to be a little bit more proactive with a lot of our nonprofit partners and getting them out in the community along with us as well. We do have a partnership with our Family Justice Center in which we now, if you go to the courthouse, we have like a suite or an area in which you can actually it's a one-stop shop. So we have the Family Justice Center there, and then they can escort you over to the Family Justice Center across the street from the courthouse and make sure that you're able to do those follow-ups. The more engagement that we have with citizens and that we are able to provide those resources up front, I think it helps us on the back end when we're looking at serving these individuals and stopping domestic violence. I do want to make mention to our civil side and landlord-tenant dealing with evictions and just property crimes. I really want us to really focus on dealing with property crimes. And for us in the sheriff's office, when we're talking about property crimes, we're talking about dealing with the squatters. We're talking about dealing with those wrongful detainers in which individuals are just moving into homes and actually taking over the property, going on social media or going on to networks and actually trying to create fraudulent documents as far as deeds. So these are the things that we're starting to see an increase of.
All right. Well, it is Women's History Month, and coming up, we'll talk to some phenomenal women within the Office of the Sheriff about everything from being a woman with a badge to their accomplishments. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
I am what child hunger looks like in America. I am a 9-year-old boy who hopes a friend invites me to a sleepover so I can have dinner. I am a 15-year-old girl who goes for walks during lunch so my friends won't know I don't have anything to eat. I am a 13-year-old boy who gets into fights at school just because I'm hungry. I was created by artificial intelligence from faces of the 1 in 7 American children who struggle with hunger. Kids you pass by every day, but never knew they were hungry.
Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
Every 2 minutes, a woman in the U.S. is diagnosed with breast cancer. And that's why when others look away, we lean in. We're fighting alongside patients because we know one moment can change everything. With your help, more moments of hope are possible. Join our fight. Save lives.
Welcome back to the PGSO Behind the Badge with Sheriff John D.B. Carr. I'm Taylor Thomas, Public Information Officer for the Office of the Sheriff. Well, it is Women's History Month, and all month long, we have been highlighting women past and present who have made an impact in the Office of the Sheriff and the community. Joining us now is Lieutenant June Proctor and Corporal Alejandra Medrano Carter. Welcome, deputies.
Thank you.
We appreciate it, right, Sheriff?
I'm very appreciative of that.
Sheriff, I want to start off with you. Women play a vital role with the Office of the Sheriff. You've been actively seeking to recruit them. Why is that so important to you?
So actually, running for office, I said I wanted to be a part of 30 for 30, actually having 30% of the agency to be women in public safety. Public safety is an arena in which it's male-dominated. You really don't see a lot, especially as you start to go through the ranks of our women who do a wonderful job each and every day. I think that they play a huge part in our community and need to be represented in public safety and law enforcement. Again, when you think of a law enforcement officer, the old model was it's a male in a uniform actually serving the community. But women do a wonderful job, and I want to make sure that, one, we highlight that in the Office of the Sheriff, but two, we also develop it in the Office of the Sheriff. So I can say that, and I'm very proud of this, I was the first sheriff to actually have a woman as the chief assistant sheriff. And actually, I've had two chief assistant sheriffs that have been women. And I believe in upward mobility. So I'm always trying to promote, especially our women, through this type of career field, especially, like I said before, something that is supposed to be male-driven. Our community is so diverse that we as an agency need to be diverse as well.
Now, Lieutenant Proctor, just recently been promoted to lieutenant. You've been in law enforcement for a number of years. What was the interest to get in? Because I believe you started as young as 18 or 19?
Yes, ma'am. So the interest was to not only serve the community, but to see the change in the community that I wanted to see. So I felt like if more of us from our community become law enforcement, we won't be able to complain so much about the service that we receive. We'll be able to change the narrative. So I wanted to be a part of that.
Corporal Madrona Carter, what was your drive or interest into getting into law enforcement?
To be able to assist our community. My passion is helping our community, and I love what I do. It's such a rewarding career.
Now, you work with child support or?
I am currently assigned to circuit court as an acting sergeant, and it's great. It's a great opportunity. I love it. It's great for families, especially for females. If you want to pursue this career, the sheriff's office is great, being able to balance with family life and your career as well.
So what's a day like for you in the courts? I know it changes every day, but on average, what would you say?
Our duties are to protect and safeguard the courthouse, the judges, the jurors, the public. That's about it. Just
And I think
trials.
people would be surprised, the sheriff, of course, and you wouldn't be, the number of people that come into the sheriff's office. We're talking over 100,000 that are coming in, or 80,000 that are coming in. The contraband that is detected before they get in, all of this has to do with your actions and the fellow deputies that are protecting the courthouse, which I'm sure puts a smile on your face.
It does. So we're the best, definitely in the state of Maryland, and I would like to say the best in the country when it comes to our courthouse security and what they do. I mean, we have a very busy courthouse, but we want to make sure that we have our judges safe, and our judicial process needs to be, everybody needs to know that it is something that cannot be bent to, ill will from anyone. And we want to also make sure that when you do come there in those hard times, that you know that you can get through this. And I'm just so happy and I'm thankful, to have, wonderful, family members. As I always like to say, our agency is family. And that's something that, we're trying to create a family-type atmosphere. People who really care about the community, people who are engaged, who come with different ideas. As Acting Sergeant said that, she's coming from child support. She didn't say that. She's coming from child support over to our courts. And one of the biggest things about that was this was an opportunity. She took a test and was actually on our sergeant list. And I wanted to give an opportunity to make sure that, one, she's able to understand what it is to be a supervisor and a leader, because she's a leader in our organization. And I wanted to make sure that she's able to continue to keep growing. I tell everybody in the agency, sometimes you have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. And you can't just stay in one unit. And I can say, from Lieutenant Proctor, I've always pushed her in different things, and then she's in it also a new role as well. And that's one thing is, when you recognize talent, you have to be able to try to push it. And sometimes you may not know the bigger picture, but you just know, hey, let me try to take this challenge to try to move things forward.
Now, Lieutenant Proctor, the sheriff was talking about family. It's really a family thing with you, right? Because your husband's in law enforcement as well with the Office of the Sheriff. How do you juggle that? You're a mother as well.
So the agency is very family-oriented, so they support us 100%. Outside of that, we make time for each other. We always put God first. And then we also have a plan. If you have a plan, you won't fail. So prior to coming to work, I typically, prior to me coming to domestic violence, where I just got transferred, I used to get up at 4 a.m., out prep dinner as well as lunch for my family prior to me even leaving the house. So that way when I get off work, I can remote start my oven from my phone via Wi-Fi and then pop dinner in the oven. Everybody can eat. Everybody's happy. We all get to have that meal together at the end of the day.
So we all can learn from you, Lieutenant Proctor, because that is pretty impressive.
She's being modest as well. So one thing she's not saying is she was a fitness guru as well. So she was actually training a lot of people on the agency and is very big into fitness during that time frame as well. So basketball star as well back in her high school days. So I can go on and on about several different employees here at the sheriff's office, understanding and knowing that. That's why I say family. You know, we all always see eye to eye, but the biggest thing is because we're so small and we have to cover a county of 1 million people, we have to be able to take care of each other, and we have to understand that, hey, it's going to be hard times, but we just need to be together so we can get through it.
Now, Sheriff, I know this is a little bit of a sidebar, but you just mentioned something. You do have a hard decision, right? I know that you promote from within, but sometimes you have to make choices because you want this agency to move one direction, and if people are not meeting that, you have to make changes. Am I correct?
That is, you are so correct on that, and that's a tough decision. And I think when you make those decisions, you're looking at where you are currently right now and where you're trying to go. So it doesn't mean if somebody doesn't get promoted or if somebody doesn't, get moved into a unit that they may want, that's not going to happen. Seeing the bigger picture and trying to get others to see the bigger picture, because this is a lifestyle. This is a career. This is something that, you just can't get in and get out. This demands a lot on your family and it demands a lot on you and your health. So this is something that everybody has made sacrifices. There's nobody in this career field that they can say they've not made a sacrifice, not missed a holiday, maybe not missed a birthday. So in order for you to ask somebody to do that, there has to be some sort of reward. And that's one thing I want our folks to. We have to get something out of this as well. And I try to put people in situations to where they can get something from it. So when they do hang up this uniform, they're actually able to have something to fall back on or have something else to do. Certifications, being involved in the community, these are the things that I want to see for our employees as they help our community in Prince George's County.
Deputies, what would you say has been one of the biggest aha moments in your career as a law enforcement official? Anything that jumps out at you that you're like, okay.
So I would say the most rewarding thing to me is seeing everything full circle. I remember when I first started being a new deputy on the agency, I remember talking to, at the time, Sergeant Carr when I first started, and he told me some very, very positive advice that I still, use to this day, which is to read every day, challenge yourself. Don't just read to pass a promotional exam, but read actually for long-term knowledge. This will only benefit you and enhance your career as well as your development. He told me that when I first started at the agency when I was 24 years old. That was almost 14 years ago.
Wow.
And I still remember that. And I still use that. And I now pay it forward and I tell newer deputies that same information, that same advice that he told me. So,
anything jump out to you?
I would say one of the most rewarding aspects of this career is being able to assist our community, being able to encourage other women to pursue this career. It can be intimidating, it can be, but it's extremely rewarding. So don't be afraid.
I have to tell you, being on this side and being with the Office of the Sheriff, you ladies are some tough women. I mean, you really are. I mean, you're the real deal. And just to be able to see the side of you, the mother, the office, the wife, the officer, it's just amazing. And I'm so excited to be able to highlight you today on the show. This is just a point 0.01 of how phenomenal the women are here at the Office of the Sheriff, but you as well. And I'm hoping that when people tune into the show and see each of you, they see something in themselves that if they've been thinking about a career like this, they understand you can be a mother, you can be a wife, you can have your personal and your weekend, your career times, and that there is room for you in the Office of the Sheriff. So Women's History Month is pretty special. And before we kind of close up with you two, what advice would you give to someone that is thinking about this career field?
I would say don't be afraid. It is, again, it's extremely rewarding. And if you are wanting to do both, meaning pursue this career and have a family, I think the sheriff's office is a great place for it. It is.
So, and I would say tackle any obstacle that you may encounter. Coming here, like I said, is very family-oriented. It's a great place to work. I love working here. I love the people. I love giving back to the community. Come join our team and serve with us.
Ooh, I love how she closed that out. And you get more information by going to pgsheriff.com. Well, it is Women's History Month, as I mentioned. Up next, we'll highlight a woman-owned business and share how she is helping others in our community. Stay tuned.
Why is just a starting line, for the true self blooms only when we find our purpose, what makes us tick, below the surface. Our reason why is united, undivided, seeking understanding. My why is diversity in unity, a safe space in my community. It's a million faces in a mirror, and everyone belongs. Find your why for a better us.
I'm not here to fire you up. If you're not already fired up, you shouldn't be in this room. Right now is your chance to be a part of a victory the world will remember forever. Victory over cancer. Today's cancer research is tomorrow's victory. A victory that is there for the taking. Grab it.
Now that was a great halftime speech. Let's go win.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Every minute counts in a poison emergency. That's why Poison Help is standing by 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, in over 100 languages. Save Poison Help as a contact in your phone today. Call your local Poison Center at 1-800-222-1222.
Welcome to PGSO Behind the Badge podcast. I'm your host, Taylor Thomas, along with Sheriff John D.B. Carr, and now our in-studio guest, Phyllis Wright with Queen Holla is joining us. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Now, this is a reschedule, so we're so glad to have you here.
Yes, that's okay. Anything for Sheriff Carr.
I keep
Sheriff
hearing
Carr
that a lot.
Let me tell you, a very good man, very good man. Always see him out in the community, and that's what I love about him.
And I would absolutely
When I'm out
agree.
there, he's out there as well.
I love
that's
hearing
what
that.
I love. Yes.
So can you tell us what Queen Holla
Queen's Care Holla.
is?
We stand for education for our children, for our youth, and for our seniors. So we know that our children are our future. And our seniors, sometimes they are overlooked, but they pave the way for all of us. And I'm a senior myself as well, and I believe in giving back.
Now, this is a project that is run by Queen, right?
Queen's Care Holla
Yes.
is their nonprofit, yes.
And so tell us some of the services that you provide. I know that the sheriff has known Queen for a number of years and known you for a number of years and being very, very active in the community.
Well, I am very proud that I've raised over $20,000 for Prince George's County Public School System for my two daughters. They were in William Hall Academy for their both 8th grade promotion, and that was one of my projects that I wanted to do. Also, we had 2 seniors that reached out to me that was in a dire need to having a roof put on their homes. And I'm not a roofer, didn't know what to do, so I started asking questions and was able to get some help. It took me a while, but I didn't give up. And those 2 seniors today have brand new roofs on their homes and didn't have to pay a dime, thanks to Council Member Calvin Hawkins, who worked diligently with me at that time. Took me a lot of work, but we got it done.
Love seeing residents being connected. And Sheriff Carr, you have a strong love for seniors. I mean, just Valentine's Day, you went to a senior center and gave Valentine's gift, and seeing their face light up. Your connection to seniors and making sure they're heard and they're covered from our silver circles, your love for them is every single day.
Yes, I mean that is your foundation of your community. That's where you know where you come from, and you understand the community values that they've set in place for you. So I stand on the back of my predecessor, Sheriff Melvin High, and before him it was Sheriff Jackson. Before him it was Sheriff Black. So working under these sheriffs, I understand how important it is to, 1, serve the community, but 2, make sure that you're part of it. It's a difference when you say you serve it, but are you really a part of that community? And that's one thing I wanted to make sure that we have always done. So, with Miss Phyllis, she's always out in the community, always out in the community along with Ms. Queen, and it is just a pleasure just to be with them, because when you have community members who give so much of themselves, not getting paid by the county, but they're doing this out of the care and love for either their loved ones or for the community. I mean, and we talking about afternoon hours, at nighttime, weekends, that they would do, that you give up and not getting paid for because you care. I will do any and everything for them that I can do in my ability, and me being sheriff. So, I'm just happy that you can actually come on, and I'm just so appreciative of you.
I'm happy for you because you have helped me out in other situations too. That's another subject.
Yes.
But I thank God for you, and you are a blessing to the community, because there's not one event where we are in the community giving up our time that you're not there as well.
Yeah.
So when you can be home with your family, and I truly, truly appreciate you being there, because it shows that not only are you doing a great job, but you care about your community.
Yes.
And we have to be a part of the community to know the community, to be the best that we can be in our community.
So, Sheriff Carr, partnerships like Queen Care Holla are so vital to the everyday work that you do. Am I correct?
Yes, it's vital and important. As we talking about a county of 1 million people, we can't, as far as the office of the sheriff, even the police department, we can't really truly cover the community like we want to. And therefore, we have to depend on those community leaders that, hey, we get information from them. Yes. So if I get a call and say, hey, well, this needs to happen, or this is what is going on over here, or this is what happened in our community, I follow them, I serve them, I work for them. They tell me where I need to go and what needs to happen, and then I try to help facilitate that to make it work. That's what community is about. That's what we should be doing.
It is. And right now we have such a great need for our seniors with these electric bills, and not only that, with our children in education. We have to make sure that our kids are protected and covered and getting the quality education that they deserve and not left behind. We have to invest in our youth, take care of our seniors, because we have a lot of seniors that live alone. And when they live alone, they don't have family members. And sometimes it makes me feel good if I can help anybody. I have taken my kids out in the community. We have fed the homeless. I have given money out of my pocket that I really didn't have to feed someone else, because I want to show my children this could be me. This can be you. So we never look down, and we don't know their stories, but it's always good to give back and to help out.
How can the public help Queen Care Holla?
They can donate to the foundation. They can donate. We accept donations, and because we're always out there in the community doing things. And not only can they donate with money, they can donate with their time as well.
That's
valuable.
valuable.
What I'm saying? They can donate with their time. You can go and just go to a senior center and just visit for an hour. Go to the school system and volunteer, because I'm in the high schools a lot. And I'm in Flowers, and they said, I said, go to class. And they said, we're going, and because I walk with a cane. They're on the 3rd floor, and I can hear them. And they said, she's not going to come up here because she has that cane. And I go up there because I want them to know, hey, this is your future. We need you to be in here, because we know what's out there. We know what's out there. So if we can go in there and just give an hour to our kids, because we have a lot of kids that's good kids, but some of them go in the wrong direction. And we have a lot of seniors that just need a little love. I believe in loving on people. I'm a big crybaby myself. I cry in a minute because I care, and I care about my community.
I think that is so well said. So well said. Well, I want to thank our special guest, in-studio guest, of course, Phyllis Wright, Prince George's County Office of the Sheriff, Lieutenant June Proctor, Corporal Alejandra Medrano Carter, and for joining us today. Hey, and if you are not receiving our monthly newsletter, you're missing out. It's absolutely free. All you have to do is go to our website or download the app to receive a monthly copy. It showcases what we've done for the month, what's coming up, and safety information. And don't forget, if you have a topic or if you'd like your organization to be featured on our show, email me at shf-pio@co.pg.md.us. It's a mouthful, but it'll get to us. Don't forget to follow us on all of our social media platforms at IG at PG Sheriff's Office and on Facebook at Prince George's County Office of the Sheriff. Until next time, stay safe and informed.